What's up, fans? Here's a little mess up right now. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a late morning for me. So the Miami Dolphins. Okay, this is something I want to touch on real quick because it's quite annoying. I hate this fan base is very up and down. Okay, this fan base doesn't realize, at least some of it, is that we should have been easily in the playoffs this year if it wasn't for the fact that Tua went down. Okay. Yes, we are still in the fight. Yes. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to root for them to win. I'm never going to root for my team to lose. That doesn't make sense. Y'all are worried about draft picks. The draft difference between, I don't know, maybe like 12th and like 16th is not a big deal. Okay? It's not a big deal. You can always move up. There's things you can do trade-wise to move up. I'm not worried about draft picks. If you're worried about draft picks, you're in the wrong problem. You're in the wrong fan base right now, okay? Draft picks, yes, we need to hit on a bunch of them. We need a lot of work, but at the same time, we have a great core. So I'm not too worried about the draft right now. I'm worried about, can this team redeem this season after what happened with Tua and how they lost all those games that Tua would have just destroyed and we would have won. You know, can they still bounce back and make it to the playoffs? Once we get to the playoffs, it's anybody's game. You guys want to count us out already and say, oh, it's a one and done in the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. You do not know that. We can go into the first round of playoffs and play the Bills and beat them. We've gotten so close so many times the last, few times we faced them to actually beating them. They barely beat us in the regular season the second time by a field goal. I don't want to hear that we can't beat them, okay? We can. That's the team we know the best. So if they're second, which is most likely going to happen, they'll be second in the playoffs, and we could be 7th seed. We can play them, and if we end up beating the Bills, could you imagine how great that would feel? Not only would we break our 24 to 25 year, playoff win, drought, but we would do it against our division rival, who ran away with this division only because we got hurt at the wrong time in the wrong way. Okay? Yes, there's a lot of this season fall on Chris Grier. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I think this season, honestly, is a wake-up call for the man. Right? He has had to deal with this stuff. He's seen the backlash. He's seen all the fans calling for his head. Okay? Chris Grier has done some great things for this organization. Do not say he has not. Do not say he hasn't gone out and given us a good chance to win or given us a great team to field onto the field. We've had, great signings. Bradley Chubb unfortunately got hurt, but he was pretty good when he was in. He has Isaiah Wynn who came in this last game, and he goes in for, a game, and we end up having a run game again. He grabbed Tyreek, which, Tyreek was never even a thought in this franchise until Chris Grier somehow pulled the trigger on that. And there's other people, yes, has he missed? Absolutely. But no GM is going to be 100%. Sorry. You're going to hit on some and you're going to miss on some. Unfortunately, the ones that we missed on have cost us games this year. Right? But is it Chris Grier's fault that, playing against the Bills, that Poyer sold the team and ended up, costing us a costly a 15-yard penalty, causing them to kick a field goal to win? Right? Was that Chris Grier that did that? No, it was freaking Jordan Poyer. So if you want to call on anybody, say call Jordan Poyer. We already got rid of Marcus May, who cost us the Arizona game. So, we are making changes. Our coaching staff is not dealing with the slackers, right? The slackers aren't playing. There are some that are still playing a little bit, like, Julian Hill. He plays a little bit. Not as much, though, right? Mostert fumbled twice where it wasn't 2 back-to-back games, and where did he go? Mostert couldn't get the ball if he wanted to. So they're keeping people responsible. They're keeping people, they're keeping people, sorry, I'm trying to drive at the same time, but they're keeping everybody up to game as far as what they expect and things like that. You guys calling for Coach McDaniel's head are retarded. I'm sorry if you don't like that word, but that's exactly what you guys sound like. you should be starting to, clap your hands and hit him against your chest and bite your ear. At this point, you guys are crazy. Since Coach McDaniel's been here, we've hit the playoffs 2 years running. We have a positive 500 over record. The man has salvaged a lot. Yes, does Tua, impact the game a lot more than Mike McDaniel? Absolutely. We've seen what happens when Tua's out and when Tua's back. But that also comes down to what did Mike McDaniel have to use when it came to those games. He had, scraps, right? So at the same time, you could try to blame Mike McDaniel, but honestly, that was a Chris Grier problem for not taking care of the backup QB position. So when you guys want to call for this man's head, please understand the guy is learning. It's his first time being a head coach, right? He's had about to be 3 winning seasons if we went out. I can't say anything wrong about a winning season. You guys want to cry about it, sorry. Go be if you want to sit here and really cry, go be a Jets fan. Go be a Patriot fan of the last few years. Go be a Cleveland Browns fan who's starting the worst quarterback in the league right now over Jameis Winston, who would give them the best option to win right now. Go be a Raiders fan. Go be these guys that literally have no option, no opportunity, no nothing. If you want to sit here and cry about, well, we got, I can only imagine what you do in those fan bases. But, at the end of the day, people don't realize that this team has a great core. We have pieces that if we just keep our key pieces and we go into this offseason, it's not hard to fix. It's really not. I'm not a GM. I'm not a special, person for the Dolphins. But at the end of the day, look at what we got, okay? Tyreek Hill, I don't think he'll retire. I think this year he's had a down year. He's had some issues with his hands catching. He has that wrist issue. I don't know if he's going to go and get that surgically repaired over the offseason. He may. Which, if he does, he'd probably be looking at, probably missing most of offseason training and stuff, which is not good. But Jalen Waddle, we have Jalen Waddle. Washington has came on the last few games. We keep Jonnu Smith. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon, probably next few years. We got River Craycraft. You remember we had the other Washington who's going to come back next year. We can trade up and grab one easy from another team, wide receiver. There's going to be plenty of great wide receivers out in this free agency. McDaniel has the pull. You guys understand, McDaniel has the pull when it comes to grabbing players. Players want to play for McDaniel. All right? Even this last game against 49ers, I know it's a far shot, and I know it's not going to happen, but oh my God, could you imagine Nick Bosa and him were shooting it up on the side while they were at the end of the game talking about, Miami's great and this and that, and Bosa's is from South Florida, so, that would be amazing. Could you imagine Nick Bosa in a freaking Miami Dolphins uniform with Jalen Phillips, Chop Robinson, keep Agba for a backup, keep Calais Campbell somehow, some way. If we could just make the playoffs, he ain't going nowhere. We can keep him. Keep Zach Sealer. Get rid of Javon Holland. He's not doing good. Javon Holland has sold us out many games. I've not seen any kind of effort from the man. He's not doing what he used to do. He's doing, basic moves. He's not keeping up with the guys. He's lackluster, to say the least. So I think we need to get rid of Holland. Find another safety for cheap. We had McMorris. We could train him up into that spot. He's already pretty good. Maybe draft another safety just whatever and just intertwine them out, right? There's going to be free agencies as well. We had many opportunities to take some good guys this year, but of course GM didn't take them. So if you had anybody you want to blame on this season, I would love you to just, I know you want Chris Grier out of here. You guys hope that, we have a failing season, so he would be out of here, but that's not what it takes. We need, unfortunately, I think Chris Grier staying. Am I worried too much? No, I think he'll find somebody for us to come in. He's hit on a lot of guys. It's just his preparation for keeping them has not been the best. So am I upset of him drafting players? No. What I'm hoping is the next group of players we can maybe get ahead this time and before that market goes skyrocketing again, how about we pay the players beforehand while we see the potential, rather than see the actual effort on the field and them actually blowing out, doing great things, and all of a sudden they're gone and we're losing great players due to, not being able to pay them that much money. It's happened with Wilkins. It happened with Hunt. It's happened with a few others in the past years that I'm like, bro, if we just paid them a little bit earlier, we wouldn't have this problem. Also, for backup QB, okay, this is where I'm kind of at. Do I think that they're going to go and draft a QB? No. Do I want them to? No. And here's my reasoning. Health-wise, when Tua is in, Tua is a top 5 quarterback in the league. Anybody that says different, I'm sorry, you're not watching the same football as I am. You guys are talking about a noodle arm. You guys are talking about all this stupid crap that honestly does not matter. I've seen his playing, and I've seen other guys play, and there's a night and day difference that Tua's better. You guys cry to the sky, oh my God, Justin Herbert. That guy's a freaking bum, bro. Bum. He's nothing better than Tua. Wow, he can throw a deep ball a little bit better. Accurately? No. Force and throwing the ball hard? Sure. But is he accurate? No. So what does that deep ball matter when it's sailing over the freaking receiver's head? What does it matter? So you guys want Tua to be so perfect, and it's like, bro, what are you looking at? Because at the end of the day, Tua can only be as good as the team. Okay? Is Tua a running quarterback? No. But you guys are so fixated on these stupid running quarterbacks. You guys want to put praise on a guy like Jalen Hurts, who does a damn push butt thing that he does. I don't even know. It's Diddy-like. And steals from his running back every single game, which, yes, I'm a Barkley owner on my fantasy football team for both leagues that I'm in for money, and it's bull crap. Could you imagine if Saquon Barkley got all of those opportunities? Saquon Barkley's had 13 touchdowns. Add another, 15 touchdowns that Hurts has grabbed from him. That's 28 touchdowns. He's going to destroy the record. But no, they got to keep stealing it from him because Hurts needs to have his stats. Hurts is nothing. Take away that tush push, Hurts is trash. Hurts is trash. Simple. Justin Herbert, he's had so many players that I can name that are so good, and he just cannot get the job done. Okay? Now this year he has, some more rookies and stuff like that. He's doing better, but that is not because of him. That's because of the coach. The coach has the run game working really well. He has it very, 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 mixed properly, and how he delegates. He have everything that, Josh Herbert doesn't have to do a lot, and that's good. That's just like how Josh Allen was when they said that, hey, let's take the reins from him from throwing so much, and let's have everybody else do the job with him, and more like delegate to other places. And they were doing really good last year. Now, I'm going to be the first one to say I'm a Dolphins fan, but guess what? Josh Allen is balling the hell out. I don't know what that man has done since he got engaged, but everything that he's been doing the last few weeks is miraculous. This last game was kind of lackluster or whatever, but before that, I'm sorry, that man is playing lights out. Okay? Now, is everybody going to have a Josh Allen? No, that's what you guys need to realize. Okay, but there's things that Josh Allen can't do that Tua just will be better at. Josh Allen's not as accurate. Josh Allen doesn't process the field better than Tua. Sorry. But Josh Allen has a better arm, sure. As far as strength and really and deep ball and so like that, but he's also better on extending the plays. That's what Tua can't do, and that's what you guys cry about. But you don't have to be that. Look at Jared Goff. Okay, Jared Goff is probably a top 4, top 5 quarterback right now. He does not run. He does not run. What does Jared Goff have that we don't? He has an O-line. Okay, an O-line That O-line allows his running backs to go freaking nuts. But also, that O-line protects that quarterback, so he has around 3 to 4 seconds to throw that ball dang near every time he drops back. Tua has about 2.25 seconds every single time he touches the ball. That's a whole second difference. And that's a lot in football. That's about a 5 to 10 yard distance as far as, what he can do. So, the extra second is, Tyreek Hill get an extra second to get around that receiver, or that cornerback, so he can get down the field. No, now it's open. Now he can throw these deep balls again. So, do I think you're going to get a quarterback? No. I think they're going to maybe keep Huntley and just let him learn that playbook. We didn't really get to see him with a knowledge of the playbook. We got to see him when he came in with a week to go, and, we're going to judge him off of that. But I think Huntley is a very good quarterback, and, given an opportunity with him knowing the playbook, I think he'll do a lot better than he did when Tua was out the first time. But I don't know. Maybe they'll go and grab somebody in the offseason and maybe get rid of Huntley and Thompson, and maybe they'll go get a free agent of some sort, or go grab a decent backup somewhere else. I don't want a rookie, because honestly at this point, it's going to be the same situation as this year. If Tua goes down and we put a rookie in there and the rookie ain't ready, guess what? It's going to be the same issue we had this year. We would need somebody that has experience. We need somebody that has played this sport at a high level before. I like Huntley better than a rookie right now. Okay? I think when it comes to the draft, if I was to give you guys a list of what I think we should hit, definitely O-line, right? We have to get a guard. If we keep Isaiah Wynn, please, I'm pretty sure they're going to keep him. But if they can release Eichenberg, that'd be a great. He's so bad. But if Wynn is in, we keep him healthy, he can stay. Lamb, keep him, sure. Paul is basically the up and coming. If we can keep Terron Armstead for another year, we'll see. When he does play, he's a great left tackle. He's one of the best in the league, if not the best. And I think we do need some guard help. We need another tackle as well, help. So we get a guard, a tackle, or somebody that can do all of it at once. I mean, depends on what we can do, what we can find. O-line, we do need defensive line as well. I think we need to find somebody that's going to allow, Calais Campbell to have some of those resting reps, and now he's getting older and stuff. And then also, we need to get a corner, absolutely a corner for sure. Safety for sure. Edge rushers, if Chubb wants to stay and we want to pay him, maybe we maneuver his money a little bit. Maybe he can stay, it's fine. But if he wants to go somewhere else, that's understandable as well, which is fine with me. Cut him, take the money, and our cap space is going to be fine. Cap's going to go up again the next year. We're also going to be cutting people that are going to save us about $20 million. And we can move around contracts and stuff. I think that honestly, I think we're going to add a lot of key pieces that we're going to be missing this year, next year. And we're already a playoff team. We're damn near every single year right there. So imagine if we can just fix a few of those little things that we've been struggling with. And if Tua can stay healthy, I don't see why we don't make the playoffs easily next year. And then from there, it's just a matter of time. We're going to get something. I think next year's our year. We're going to at least hit the playoffs and get a win in the playoffs. I don't know if we're going to hit the Super Bowl, but at least to win the playoffs will be next year, no matter what. But yeah, this team fan base, I'm so tired of fighting my own guys. There's a lot of civil, uncivil moments with this fan base. Tired of people complaining. I understand this team has not done anything great in a long time. I understand that, we have a lot of things that keep happening to us that are unfortunate. But, at the end of the day, this is our team. This is what we have. These are people we're supposed to root for. And some of these guys, you guys are being a little bit too critical on. And at the end of the day, it's kind of annoying, because it's like me as somebody who sees the breakdowns, the film breakdowns. I watch multiple outlets. I watch different videos. If you guys want to see a great film breakdown, Okay? All 22, proper breakdown. There's 2 channels I recommend to you. If you don't watch them already, go ahead. One will be Phinz Inside the NFL. Reason is great. He has so many different shows on his podcast or his channel. He does one with what's his name? Richmond Webb and Mr. Ballgame, which they do every Wednesday or Thursday. Which, you know, they break down their thoughts and everything. And you're telling me, you know, you guys are fans, you know who Richmond Webb is. He's a great player from our past. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame hopefully this year. He's a finalist. But, you know, he does that. Another channel I would recommend is Dougly Do Wrong. Dougly Do Wrong has done absolute amazing things for this fan base. The way he breaks down film, the way he explains things is fantastic. Does he get mumble-jumbled up his words? Yes, we all do. But at the end of the day, he's authentic. He's himself. He shows us exactly what's going on with this team. And, you know, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He tells you if he doesn't believe we're going to do something. He tells you if he believes we're going to do something. He's not going to lie to you. He, you know, these guys represent this team with pride. Unfortunately, a lot of you guys are going to go follow TD Phinz Talk. And this is the type of fans I don't like. TD, I don't like him. Sorry. Not my cup of tea. I will never like somebody that's going to sit there and crap on our team and everybody else that you know. He thinks he's better than these players. He thinks he's Almighty God, and you know, wow, these guys suck, and wow, that guy's trash. But he ain't never done anything in his life in football, so I don't want to hear nothing. You know, he's kind of like Jets media and some of these other guys. But some Jets media I like, actually. You know, he's a little funny. You know, he unfortunately has to deal with his fan base and his team, you know, having some down times. But I like that kid. But, you know, that US podcast is pretty funny, pretty good at times. But we don't have a good representation in that. We have a guy who lays down and lets these guys pick on him. Doesn't really stand up for himself, and it's kind of frustrating. You know, because he'll sit there and talk crap about our team more than they will sometimes. But then if we win, or if Tua balls out, he's talking about, oh my God, praise the Lord, Tua this, Tua that, Tua that, Tua this. But then the next week he's talking about we need to get rid of Tua, and Tua's trash. And it's flip-flopping. It's kind of a Colin Cowherd type situation, or, you know, that's the most frustrating thing about watching all these media outlets. You know, week to week, they change so hard on these Dolphins that I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? You know, one week it's, wow, they're trash. You know, go ahead and fire the coach, fire the whole team, get rid of Tua. Tua can't do this, Tua can't do that. Oh my God, they're all this. But then the next week, they ball out. Also, oh my God, they're the next thing ever. They're the best. Oh my Jesus, wow, you see Tua balling out. That's a real quarterback. And but then the following week, he has one bad game or one bad throw or something. Oh my God, Tua threw this and that. Bro, are they good or are they bad? Stop flip-flopping. Do you believe in him or not? Stop flip-flopping. Right? That's what bothers me. But, you know, I'm kind of just ranting at this point. I'm tired of fighting with this fan base. Do I think we're going to make the playoffs? It's a very slim chance. Is it still an option? Yes. Do I expect it? Not really. There's a lot that has to happen for us to make it. But if it happens, like, all you guys realize, I don't care what happened in the season. I don't care that Tua went down. I don't care that we lost games. I don't care that we couldn't beat a winning team. I could care less about any of those stupid narratives these people paint. When you get into the playoffs, it's one game at a time. You don't know what can happen. We could play the Bills, and the Bills can have a game like this last week where they couldn't even beat the Patriots. They can have a down game where they barely beat the Patriots by a freaking field goal, and we come out and win. And like I said, could you imagine the feeling of this fan base if we made the playoffs somehow miraculously, we faced the Bills first round and we knocked the Bills off? Our first win in 24, 25 years would be against the Bills in the playoffs, to send them home and us to move forward after they won the division. That would be fantastic. That would be amazing. But anyways, we're on to the Cleveland game this week. I think we're going to win this game. I really do. I think we win out. I really do. I think we win out. Unfortunately, I don't think the other things happen for us to get in. But I think we end up being a 9-8 team. We should have taken advantage of some of these opportunities we had. If Jordan Poyer didn't freaking get that 15-yard penalty, we would have beat the Bills. We would be going for 10-7. We would have a better chance, but didn't happen. So, today we'll see what happens. Phinz up. Look forward to this weekend, and hope everybody has a great Christmas. And I will be on here hopefully sometime next week to break down what happened with the Cleveland Browns, see if we're still in the race, and give you some updates on teams and that. But we'll get there next week. Happy Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hope you guys have a great day. All right, peace. Phinz up.